Well, I just told myself that I was going to work as hard as I could every single lap. So when they lined up around the top, I didn't know how. I've never been in that situation to have to pass those guys when they're lined up like that. And it looks like if you pull the bottom, you just go to the back. But I clawed and clawed and clawed and got back up there into the top three and finally into second. And we did everything we had to do today. We just come up a little short. No problems with the green, white, checkered rule change. I'm totally on board. We finished where we finished per the rule book, and I can go home comfortable with that. And Joey had an awesome round, So we did. We had a good day today, and worked really hard, and real proud. My team's, my team is struggling just a little bit, but I believe in all those guys. If those guys stick together, we'll be awesome next year. If the caution comes out another 100 foot later, we're the winner. But NASCAR felt like they needed to throw it when they threw it, and I'm good with that. I trust NASCAR to make the right decisions up on the stand. They have a better vantage point than I do. So we'll go home and get ready for the next one. We got a great racetrack in Martinsville coming up and have a lot of fun there.
You're okay with the NASCAR ruling, the single green, white checker?
Absolutely. Safe. It's safe. It's ample. The shoe could be on the other foot. We could have won the race. We could have been in the, it's really more about where they threw the caution should be the what we need to.
When the race is over, I can live with the result as long as everyone else is going by the same rules. So I felt like per the rule book, it sorted out and I finished second. So I'm okay with that. We could argue that they could have waited another 100 foot to throw the caution, but they didn't have to. They threw it when they needed to, and I'm fine with that. I believe in, I know those guys up in the booth, and I really believe in the choices they make, decisions they make for the sport, whether it's in the middle of a race or a new rule in the middle of the week or whatever it is. So the 24 pushed the 22 pretty good. I could say me and the two could have got a better restart. We could have got done a better job restarting and been ahead at the particular point when the caution was thrown. So a lot of different variables got us where we are, not just one. So, but again, just real happy with how we ran today. We worked. I'm more proud of the drive I had today than the 2 wins this year, because the 2 wins came a lot easier than this second place did. So we got shuffled out, and I didn't know if we could get back up there. And then they formed a line around the top, which is that was my job. And somebody else did it. And I was sitting there about 10th, and I was thinking, I've never been in this situation. How do I pass these guys? Maybe I was further back than that. But I started working on it, and we got one at a time till we finally got up in there in the top 3. So we forced them off the top once I got into the top 3. So that was funny. A lot of good stuff happened out there today. It was great. I thought I had a loose wheel, but I wheel hopped the car coming on the pit road, and I might have bent something in the rear end. So I got to shut up about loose wheels, because every time I have a vibration, I say loose wheel, and I know my changers aren't real happy to hear that when it's not a loose wheel. But my guys had a little issue on pit road, coming off the wall a little soon, but I also came into that box real careful because that was a 2-tire stop, and I didn't want to slide to lefts. So I think they were anticipating me rolling in the box sooner, so that was probably a little bit my fault, my responsibility. And my crew guys, over-the-wall guys, are getting a little rough treatment here lately, and I just know the guys that I got, if we stick together, I believe we're going to be great next year, so I believe in them. That's about it,
All right, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. A reminder, please limit yourself to 1 question. We'll start up front with Jenna.
Jennifer, AP, I know this was way behind you, the final caution, but Harvick knew under yellow that he couldn't go and still stayed in line and couldn't go and cause that caution. What's the right thing for a guy to do there?
I'm not sure what his situation was. Was he out of gas?
No, he had some sort of pickup issue, and he couldn't.
He just couldn't go.
He couldn't,
I would just.
He knew that.
Yeah, I think where was he, in the inside line or the outside line? Up top. Yeah. I mean, I think he has to. I don't know. I think you just got to get out of the way. I don't think you can say go to pit road, go to the back or whatever. But when we go, he has to give people behind him a place to go. And if, because it's allowable, I think, to change lanes before the restart if there's an issue with the car in front of you. If somebody stumbles or runs out of gas or whatever. So as long as he was giving people some place to escape, whether he needs to move up and, kind of stay in the inside. I don't know how tight everybody was to the wall. I don't think they were. I think there was a whole nother line on the wall, so maybe he stays low, and right when the green's coming out or right when the line starts to move, he just kind of pulls high. But he's giving up spots. It's just hard to do as a race car driver to give spots up. So he's hoping those guys behind him will just wait. And, I guess a couple rows knew, and maybe not everybody was informed of the situation. But I've been in that too. I remember in 1998 or 99, Lynn Namick stayed out on a caution at Daytona and had no second or third gear. We restarted on the first. And when we come to go, I had to wait because I knew, and everybody behind me didn't know, and they plowed through us and we all wrecked. So, just what are you going to do? You can't say, get to pit road. He just needs to be able to allow people a place to escape.
Additional questions for Dale? We'll finish up with Stan.
Stan Creekmore with RPMTonight.com, Dale. So how does this change the final 4 races of the season for you?
Well, the best thing that can happen for us is the same thing that happened last year, go win. We really we're disappointed today, and we were disappointed last year when we left Talladega. But we went to Martinsville and sort of surprised ourselves, with our first win there. And damn, when I look at that video of all of us jumping up and down on that trailer with that clock, acting like idiots, that's a team that ain't really too bothered by being knocked out of the chase right there. So if we can go to the racetrack and win, it certainly makes our situation much more bearable. And if we could go to Homestead and run well, I'd love to win there. I've never won there. I like that track. Running against the wall there's a lot of fun. So we'll see.
All right, Dale, thanks for joining us in
Thank
the
you.
Media Center today.